we're back.
All right. So, anyways, my camera shut out just like I assumed it would. We're just gonna finish up real quick talking about domestic violence and her job and a couple other topics before we sign up. I know this is quite a long interview, but I actually like this one. I like them all, but this one's going pretty well.
This one's my favorite. She can't say that.
Can't take favorites.
She can't take that. She can't say it. It's okay.
Anyway, so tell me how being in a domestically violent. Tell me what it was like being in one, and then tell me what after like you got sober, how it affected you. I guess.
It was. I mean, I grew up around domestic violence, so while I was using, I looked at that as normal almost, which is crazy, and I hate using the word normal because there is no normal. But I thought that was a healthy relationship, and I thought it meant something that I kept coming back because it meant I really loved him and I really wanted to be with him, and he's seen how special I was. That's why he kept taking me back and all this other stuff. And as I got sober, I started to almost replay everything that had happened in my mind. And like I said, I'm not blaming him in any way, shape, or form. I had my full part in it. We had a physical relationship, and that it made me think like it was just, it's not worth it. Like, that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of fucking,
A lot of sadness for no reason.
yes, for nothing. And as I got sober, it took me a while to date again because not only was I afraid to get hurt again, but I was afraid to hurt someone else. Like, I know I lose my temper. I know sorry. I know myself and I know how I am, and throughout my using, I detached myself from feelings and I got really good at it, and I used to joke about it almost like, you have 2 weeks to impress me, otherwise you're gone. And that's like, I used to joke around and be like, yeah, I'm like Cardi B, I'll cut anybody off. Like, that's how that was. And living that life is terrible, and I had to learn how to form healthy relationships again, and I had to learn, yes, boundaries. I had to learn how to develop real feelings and not just pretend, oh, I know how you feel kind of feelings. Like, I was never empathetic towards anyone, ever, and now I understand, especially with my job now. I understand people, I understand their feelings more, and that's a job I have to be empathetic in because I'm working with some people that, or with people that don't know how to express their feelings just as I didn't 2 years ago. I mean, it's something that, it takes time. Feelings are fucking weird. They're so weird and so complicated, and I mean, it's crazy. Like, in rehab, they ask you how you feel, like, on the hour. Every time you go to a new group, let's check in, let's see how you feel. My favorite feeling when I was in rehab was ambivalent, which is a mixture of all the fucking feelings.
I was just saying, I don't even know what ambivalent means.
Yes, it's like being on one side of the spectrum and being on the other, and then being in the middle.
Same time.
Yes, all of it. So yes, and then I got told I wasn't allowed to use that word anymore because it didn't express my true feelings, which is, you know, and they do that because addicts don't know how to express their feelings.
No.
They really don't. They either get really aggressive or really sad, and there are a lot more feelings than aggression and sadness, and we should know because, well, guilt is also another feeling that we all feel.
Yeah, shame and guilt, and shame is useless.
Yes.
Useless emotion. So it's normal for guilt. Shame can go. But yeah, no, definitely. We have to come to terms with the fact that we did not deal with our feelings well, and in order to either shove down feelings or dismantle them or desensitize ourselves, we use drugs.
When I got sober, I started using sex,
Sex.
Food was my go-to. Like,
Food,
I'm telling you,
relationships.
chocolate cake never broke my heart. Like, that's how that is. Okay, baby. Sorry.
The kiddos.
She can eat too if she can eat too. Sorry. Mom life. I don't even know.
No, yeah, it's definitely
Feelings, they suck.
yeah.
And
It's hard.
I had to work on portion control. There you go, I got it now. I had to work on portion control when I got into rehab because I would just eat and eat and eat and eat until I threw up because I didn't care. I just wanted to feel good, and food made me feel good, and it's crazy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people like that don't eat because I can still shove a whole pizza down my throat in 2 seconds. But I know the difference from bored eating or emotional eating and eating because I actually need to eat.
Right.
There's so many different things you can, I don't know, eating, I could eat all the time, but that's besides the point. I have to restrain myself sometimes and stop and think like, am I eating because I'm bored or am I eating because I'm really hungry?
Yeah, it's mindful eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
It took a minute.
Yeah. A lot. I know. I definitely struggled with that. I struggle with a lot of things. I mean, I substituted a lot of different things in early recovery and didn't realize it. Like I was like, oh well, you know, when I was in active addiction, I had to think back to if I had like a candy bar like 3 days prior.
Yes.
And I would tell my mom when she would say, "Oh my God, you look so skinny. Have you ate?" And I would say, "Yeah, I had a candy bar yesterday." That was always my answer. I don't know why. It was always like a Reese's cup or something.
Oh my God,
And
Snickers all day.
Sugar, you know, like
Snickers
sugar.
and
Now
Dr. Pepper.
I still have days where like I literally forget to eat all day because I work, and then I go and I eat like 8 candy bars. I know the guy over at the Jamestown, like Sunoco or Cookville, he always laughs because when I'm going to work, I get like 4 snow bunnies and like 2 Reese's cups and like 2-3 things of coffee. Now that's not the way to live. Don't do that. I do it a lot, and I definitely have a really bad habit of going on weird diets like keto and then getting off them, and it's just, it's not healthy. And
I don't diet. I am a
Right.
binge eater. I've never binge and purge, but I am a binge eater. And like she said with the convenience store, Seneca Hawk is my shit, and Red Bull should honestly pay me to endorse them. Like, because I can go, I think I have 2 Red Bulls in my car right now. When I go do my 2 16-hour shifts, I have 2 20 ounces and 4 like the little ones, and the peach ones I just came out with are fucking bomb as hell. Yes.
My boyfriend drinks like 8 Red Bulls a day.
Yes.
I got 2 in the car right now.
At
so.
this point, I drink for the taste because they don't even. It's a placebo effect. Like, yeah, I'm drinking something with caffeine in it. Like, but yeah, I remember not eating, and then someone after being like, yeah, of course, yeah, I still eat. And they'd be like, do you want anything? No, I do
I'm
not.
fine. I just ate a candy bar 4 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like I said, we're not perfect. So like, for people that are watching this and are like expecting perfection, get over it. It's not gonna happen. Nobody's perfect. The point is like, we do this to educate kids, to educate parents, to educate people on why you can't shoot heroin, shoot crack, and do all this stuff. Like, you know, I'm not saying that like some drugs are better than others, but I'm saying that everybody's road to recovery is different. And this is something that when I first got sober, I was definitely very black and white. Like, I was against everything. I talked down on people that were on maintenance drugs. I was against this, I was against that, and it did nothing for me. It did nothing but make me look like an asshole, to be honest. And I've learned that obviously that wasn't the way to go with my life or my recovery or even how I viewed other people, because I was an addict looking down on other addicts. How ridiculous is that? And I still catch myself doing it sometimes. Like, somebody will bring up a mugshot of a person that's an addiction that I don't like, and at that point my brain goes, oh, what a scumbag.
Yes.
You are the scumbag. You're
It
looking at
happens.
yourself. You were that person, Brianna.
Yes, it's crazy because I see people that I know getting arrested, and I'm like, well, that's their
I
fault.
was a bitch.
Yeah, that sucks, huh? And then you're like, that was me 2 years ago. That was me. My face was everywhere on the news. I could not go anywhere. I got put into general pop, and they were like, you're the girl on the news. And I was like, yes, I am. What else am I supposed to say? Was I proud of it? No, definitely not. But that is me. That was me. and I have no room to judge anyone that gets their mugshot posted. I hate that.
I don't like that people share. I did share somebody's this month, and it's the only time I've ever shared one, and I have no justifiable reason besides she said that my sister should have died, so I'm still mad about that, but I'll get over it. Resentments are bad. But in general, sharing people's mugshots is so stupid. It's terrible, hypocritical for me to say, but normally I do feel strongly against this. You don't know what they went through or what happened. Why are you sharing their shit? And 9 out of 10 times,